Welcome to Thai May podcast. I'm your host Sunny. Today we have three Tanzanian friends here: Nielsen, Bright, and Michael. Actually, this is a band. They are called The Voice from Tanzania. So, okay, can you introduce yourself, Michael?
Oh yeah, my name is Michael Mshana. I'm from Tanzania, and I'm a part of this program or this band, The Voice from Tanzania.
Yeah, hi everyone, my name is Bright and I'm also from Tanzania and I'm happy to be part of this group. Thank you for inviting.
Yeah, and my name is Nelson Lema, and as already like my fellow Tanzanians say, I'm also Tanzanian, and happy to be in this podcast. Yes.
Okay, cool. Actually, when we were all performing together, it was like in the past, even before they enter master degree. But now they are almost graduated. Yeah. And we were singing together during your last year in your college. Yeah, can you share about your program and why? Okay, when you guys came to Taiwan, why you guys came to Taiwan?
Okay, so we actually came to Taiwan after we get our scholarship from Jengudo Institute, and we were studying at Changrong University, Changjiang Christian University. And when we graduated, and then we tried to apply for some other program in other universities. But the main reason for us to come in Taiwan, it was because of Jengudo Institute scholarship.
This program in CJCU in Changlong 大学 they cooperate with Jengudo Institution.
Yeah.
And if you guys used to participate in roots and shoots in Tanzania or in East Africa countries, then you can apply for this, right?
Yeah, yes. Okay. So this program is specifically for students and for people who have been taking part in the roots and shoots activities in your respective countries, especially from African countries, yeah. It was only specifically for the foreigners, for us from different parts of the world, not for the Taiwan people. And it was a special program, only limited to Taiwan, so that's why Taiwan. And also it offers like full scholarship for the entire 4 years of our stay here. And it was a good time. We did our bachelor's degree in Taiwan, and afterwards we pursued to different directions as well.
Can you share about why? Like, because you guys were high school classmates and you start a school club together, right? Can you share about that?
Sunny, how do you know that?
I just knew it.
Yeah. Okay. I think if I remember correct, if I'm wrong, Bright, you can correct me. We were in high school together. One of the school in northern Tanzania in Kilimanjaro. It's called the Amongo High School.
Okay, let's look at the map. Where is Tanzania?
Yeah, Michael, can you help me to point the Kilimanjaro?
Oh.
Kilimanjaro is
at that point.
Oh. Highest mountain in Africa.
Yes. So, it was around graduation ceremony, but not for us, for our senior, like the people, like the students who were graduating that time. And we didn't have roots and shoots in our school that time. And one of the leader, there's another like environmental club called Mali High, MALIHAI. And he came to our class and said, hey guys, there's this graduation party which is organized by Roots and Shoots for this region, Kilimanjaro region. And we know we don't have that club here, but if we attend, probably they can give us some tips and support. We can start that club in our school, right? Okay. For me, I have some idea about Roots and Shoots because I attended, but not officially. One of my friends, when I was in my secondary school, they were part of Roots and Shoots. So I'm like, so at that time, me and Bright were best friends. Like, Bright, come on, let's go. What are you doing this time? Let's go and have fun.
Oh, you guys are best friends at the time?
I mean...
Yeah, sort of, yeah.
Oh, because you guys are like in Tanzania high school and in Taiwan 4 years.
Yeah.
College and roommates.
Yeah.
And then in NTU together.
Yes.
That's
It's a
real
long journey.
best friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, maybe.
You guys should have like best friend certificate.
Tattoo.
Okay, so then we attend that ceremony, and then from there they give us some tips. If you wanna like start the club, you should follow this and this and this. Some paperwork you should submit to our schools, like environmental club, like the teacher who's responsible for all environmental clubs. So we did all that stuff, and we ended up being the school leaders, like president and general secretary and everything. So from there, we get recognized by like the regional, like the northern part roots and shoots. So from there, and then, yeah, so to make the long story short, later we graduate, right, pursue, like go to the university. For me, I was like, okay, let me take 1 year rest. And then we found like that this opportunity to come in Taiwan, that the scholarship provided is a full scholarship, and try to ask some question. Okay, how can we apply? They give us, okay, you apply this one, submit your school documents and everything, and then we have to wait.
So it's really brave. You never travel so far, and then you flew to Taiwan for 4 years.
Yeah.
And they didn't return home for 4 years, right?
Yeah.
It was very brave.
Yeah.
And very brave and adventurous at the same time.
Scary. Yeah. I
So-
mean, that time I think I remember I kind of almost like forgot about this opportunity because I just continued my life and all that, and yeah, there was some because I was still participating in Russian shoots somehow. Where I was in university was another region in Tanzania, and then I kept meeting different leaders of Russian shoots from different places as well.
Yeah, you told me you also met Jengudo herself
Yeah.
many times.
Yeah. So some leaders I remember that time from Zanzibar. I also had some very close ties with the northern leader, and also because I used to, I mean, I live in Dar es Salaam in another region in the east. So all this, there were like different connections on my hands, but I didn't feel like I was ready at that time. Yeah, I would say so. I just felt like, oh, maybe this is like a faraway dream, maybe something impossible to do, something like that. But I remember Nelson, he kind of called me one day and he told me like,
Hey,
Yeah.
it's so scary. Come with me.
yeah. Oh yeah, it sounds actually like that sort of. But in the other way around, yeah, it was like, oh, right, where are you? What are you doing? Yeah, how's life doing? You know? Yeah, so we update each other, and then he told me that actually he is really interested in this opportunity, and he's actually planning to apply. So then he invited me, like, if you're willing, yeah, why don't you come with me? You know, yeah, we can study together, and then we can see how life takes us. You know, so yeah,
And I think your story is almost the same as Michael's story. Because at that time we didn't know Michael. Like, who? Michael? Who? Michael Mshara? No.
Wow.
Met at the airplane. Hey, you're going to Taiwan too?
No. We met when we got accepted,
Yeah.
And then the office kind of like tell us we need to have like some gathering at Pugu. So we were staying at Pugu for like some time, and then we tried to like get to know each other better, and
Yeah.
living together for some time.
I think what I meant is like you also like at that time when you're applying for this scholarship, you're already in university. Same as Brian.
Oh yeah, the same situation like that. Yeah, I was doing my bachelor's in Mwanza, Bachelor of Law.
Can you point where's Mwanza? Oh yeah, it's written.
Lake region.
Mwanza,
Yeah.
Mwanza is here. This is a lake region. There is a lot of fish in there. So I was eating fish almost every day.
Okay, so
yeah. So
I think we can mention about Jengudo is very famous for study chimpanzees, and the place that she did that research was in Tanzania, right? In your country.
Yeah.
And not only that, because I always liked Jengudo a lot when I was a child, another thing that I'm always fascinated about is the animal migration. So that was on my top bucket list of my travel plans. So when I met you guys, yeah, you're my first Tanzanian friends. But we should share how we met each other. Yeah, but at the time I was really surprised. Like, they're from the country with animal migrations. Okay, who want to share how we met?
Okay. So actually, we met. I mean, we had our friend, and she introduced us to you, Sunny. And there was
Okay,
there was
let
an
me
event.
explain.
Okay, okay, okay.
So I used to invite a lot of foreigners to share in the library. Once I invite a girl from Slovenia to share about Slovenian culture. And she said, "Do you want more foreigners?" I say, "Okay, which country?" She say, she had Tanzanian friends. And I thought that she would introduce me friends to have another workshop, but she said that we can do a workshop together. So it's a Slovenia and Tanzania workshop. It's actually really special.
Like two different continents.
Yes.
Far away.
Actually, I was trying really hard to find something common to share about these two countries, but one in East Europe, one in East Africa. Anyway, so when the time I remember, because your program it's 4-year program, but the last year you must find a place to do your internship. So at the time, actually, you guys came to the library with that friend, and we had a workshop, and you guys are already looking for internship place. So we also talk about that. Yeah, I remember I started to be start to talk to you guys more. It's from the Chaga house because because you showed me you built a traditional African house in your school, and I was really excited about that. It's like, hey, build one in the library. Yeah. So
Maybe I can explain how we also met this Slovenian girl.
Okay.
Yeah. It was through an opportunity in the school, and it was an opportunity like we should do a project to for the environmental awareness or something like that. So we applied for it. It had some funding, and we thought like, yeah, why not? And then yeah, so we kind of like were in this project together, and we sort of became friends after that. So I think after we became friends, then she also was connecting with you that time. So yeah, things bumped together, and we sort of like had the opportunity to finally meet you. So
yeah. So after that, let me try to recall details, but I was very surprised to meet people from Tanzania at that time. Yeah, actually, I used to join Tinga Tinga painting, the Afanga gallery a little bit. So I also joined their Tinga Tinga painting. Tinga Tinga is a painting style from East Africa, from Tanzania. Yeah, and I joined that before, but not like real Tanzanian friends. I remember at the time, Slovenian girl Matea. Oh, there's an insect. She sent me a project book. She want to cycling around Taiwan with you guys and apply for a project to share in schools to promote, to encourage people to use bicycle. And when she sent me the presentation, she asked me for advice, and I said, "Let me think." And later I told her that you should talk about, because their program is about environment, so you should have a program talk about global environment issues, talk about Jane Goodall institution, Jane Goodall herself. Also, you can talk about Tanzanian culture, sing Tanzanian song. And like, this is going to be very successful. Yeah, and then she didn't do it. Yeah. So actually, that's a project that we actually did afterwards, but that comes after.
yeah.
And at the time, you guys asked me where to find an internship place, and then you guys end up working for my friend. but she don't have an office, so she say, "Can you guys stay in the library to use the space, but work for her?" So during the time, I think you stay. It's actually Brian and Michael Nielsen.
Yeah, I was not in the picture.
Yeah, he's not here yet. So at the time, it's like 2 months or 3 months.
Yes.
2 months.
4.
2 months.
Yeah,
We stayed
and
here.
then we do a lot of things. We visit local families and some music festivals, and then we found out that Michael is very good with singing. So we start to meet. I have a lot of musician friends, so we start to meet them and to have very interesting interaction. Taiwanese musician with Tanzanian musician and play drums together. Yeah, it was because I love music a lot, so I also enjoy. We we did a lot of music program. Yeah, and after that, you guys returned to school. And I forgot. I actually don't really remember the reason, but we are talking about like why we don't try that project, like touring around Taiwan to share about Tanzania, to sing, and then I post like in a group of culture diving class. There are a lot of teachers around Taiwan in the festival group. I asked, are there schools would be interested to hear Tanzanians share about environment
I
issues?
think you forgot about something.
What?
Yeah. So there was a day that I told you like we told you like we're about to graduate and we are looking for maybe some program like something to do after we graduate. And then you told us like you guys are from Jen Gudo scholarship, so maybe you guys can try to think about like maybe touring to schools and then raising awareness about climate change and teaching people about sustainability. Yeah, and then that's where it started.
For me, I have the idea from Matea's for reason the PDF that she sent me. But actually, that is a really good idea because you can. Actually, that's what we did. We make a lot of Taiwanese students to know more about Africa, to know about the world, and we raise some money for your study and tickets. And also, we made a lot of teachers, and I think it's a very like win-win-win situation. Yeah. Also, it's like a very meaningful ending for your college life. Okay, so let me go quickly.
I remember that time I didn't believe that these things could work.
Really?
Yeah, I mean like who thinks of this kind of ideas like you move to different schools and they pay you and how do you live, like that kind of life.
So how do
for me it didn't really sound practical and I was a little bit hesitant to join, but I think slowly I came to accept it and I joined it.
Okay. I was about to mention. So I asked in the group, are there schools interested about Tanzanians share about Tanzanian students share about global environment issues, sing Tanzanian songs, play African drums, and talk about Jengudo herself, her institution. And in like a few days, like 1 week or 5 days, we got crazy amount of invitations, like 50 or 40, and I got all the phone calls, even 3 calls at the same time.
So the message was like you're like testing and see if they will be interested or not.
Yeah. I think she was like, let me show you. It can really work. Let's try it out.
and then I remember I make a poster of originally I think let's just tour for 10 days and see maybe 20 schools or maybe 18 schools. So we just tour around Taiwan for 10 days. That's all. So I make a poster like Tanzanian tour in Taiwan, share this and blah, 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 blah. And from May 10th to 20th, like
the schedule.
And the contact information. I get all the phone calls and came out with a very long Excel. It's a very crazy
Excel file.
like which city, which school.
I remember that Excel, what time, how much, and everything.
Yeah.
What to prepare.
Yeah.
So many details.
And every school they will tell you we want from 10 to 11 and which time and for which year.
Yeah.
How old are those kids?
Yeah.
And we want like this and that. And we want cooking.
So many specific needs.
Yes.
Others they need translation, others they don't need, others
Yeah.
they need that. Yeah.
So how did you feel after you start to know what is going on?
I remember seeing the Excel, and I remember like I was trying to understand the plan, and then I slowly came to realize, wow, this is a big thing. It's not a joke. So yeah, I started to open my heart and prepare myself for the journey, and yeah, it was a big moment, and I thought like, yeah, finally I get to do something really meaningful to actually make an ending. I didn't think like there's anything for me after that. I was like, I'm just gonna do this, then I'm just gonna leave Taiwan. But here am I.
And I remember that ended up to be a 2 months tour, not 10 days.
Yeah.
And you guys still have class in school. I still have to work. So
Yeah.
we would go maybe like Wednesday and return on Friday.
Yeah.
And we stay in teacher's house. And it's so crazy. It's extremely tiring.
Yeah. So just to be specific, that time our internship time was already over. We already tested to go, I think, one trip, some schools. And then we officially started the big schedule when this next semester began. So it like for our school, like we're supposed to go back to school. We had some few classes, and you also had some work. So it was like wow.
I remember
Yeah.
the first trip was to Yilan. Maybe we stopped by Taichung for a school and then Yilan. And I remember the other day morning, we have to wake up at 4 or 5. We were in a teacher's home. And then 5 or 4 in the morning, we have to drive to Taoyuan and to go somewhere. And I was extremely tired. And I was like, if it's not me, if it's any of you, arrange this schedule, this schedule, I will want to kill you.
Of course. Yeah,
So what you're saying, like, thanks God, you are the one who was preparing the
Yeah, I was like, oh, what did I do to myself?
Where did I get myself into?
Yes, and actually, people also I will feel like why you don't put Taichung all together or like one
Yilan.
city all together. But schools they are not like that.
Yeah.
It's like we only have this day. Can you come? Please, we only have this weekend, and this is in our, like
Yeah.
a serious courses. We want foreigners to come this week. And that
Yeah.
because they all prepare a lot of money for us, so we still try to make it. It was so crazy, and I remember after first trip, I told you guys we really need more helpers,
Yeah.
and then that's how.
We invited Nelson to come.
Yeah.
During that time, Nelson was very free.
Yeah.
So all of that time was just there watching movies.
He already came back from his internship in
Yeah, he was
Paris.
watching
Yeah,
movies.
so he was just
Quality.
relaxing.
Yeah, and then hey Nelson, can you join us? We need a driver.
And then he joined us from another city. Was it from Milan or something?
I think I met you. I took a train. If it's not Chiang.
Taichung or something.
Oh, I
Yeah.
think either Chiang or Taichung, but I remember it was north of Tainan. I took a train and then I met you guys. And then you take me to one of the
Hotpot restaurant.
the free ice cream and free biscuit.
What
and
a
stuff.
welcoming.
So at the time we drove a van, my family van, and a kind of big car, and we can put all the instruments and some like our, package like.
I think not only instruments. I think it was instruments.
Yeah.
our
All the
common-
life amenities.
Yes.
Yeah, all
Even mattress.
accommodations,
Yeah.
everything.
It's a mattress.
Yeah, mattresses and pillow, sleeping
God.
bag, and all our
A
luggage.
small
and
tent,
then
well, so many
everything.
things.
Tent as well. And we have 5 drums. Yeah.
So prepared.
And we drive.
And even
a
microphone
lot.
stands and many
Microphone
materials,
stands.
But I think
Mic-
okay. I want to mention about because the time I joined you guys, and then I found you had the big car, the van, which can accommodate 4 of us, and the instrument and the mattress and everything. But one special thing about that van, it was already like in a picture that where we are. So you guys already draw the map, the Maasai. I think there's also a lion, right?
Like B5.
Yeah.
5 lions.
Yeah, the big five animals. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, those.
Giraffe,
Uh-huh.
monkey, lion, and what else? Zebra.
Yeah.
Buffalo.
Okay, so I should
And
talk
then-
about that because I always have a dream. I want to have my band. But maybe I am a singer, maybe not a singer, maybe I am on backstage, but I
Wanna have a
I
band.
really love music. So at the time I was like, oh, this is actually a band. Now we are singing around Taiwan and it would be so cool to have a car filled with instruments
Yeah.
and we paint a car all into Tanzanian style. It would be so cool. So I used a kind of layer and then I paint on the layer and the car was like totally like animal and then actually to be honest I also feel really embarrassed.
Why, really?
Yes.
I mean,
But
when
you're the one who did that.
when you're inside, like a
Yeah.
passenger or
don't
driving,
feel-
you're like, I'm okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is my space.
The moment you step
The
out.
moment you stop in a school and then the kids are like, what is that? And then you're the person getting out of that car. Like, oh my God, what did I do?
Before the tour, I remember I picked my brother at the train station and I was waiting in the band and he walked and he said, sister, he said, this actually takes some like braveness to
Enter into this car.
Really?
yeah. And then I
Oh my
remember
god.
before Nielsen joined, I remember once you guys, I drove to your school and pick you guys up, and you're like, don't let anyone see you.
Oh yeah.
And
I
also, a
remember.
lot of people they think that car is for kindergarten.
So to speak the small kids to school.
Yeah.
And you know what's enough is
School mini.
you're in front there is Tanzanian flag.
So it's very
So
obvious.
it's very obvious like okay this thing is from Tanzania.
I think if it's possible, because we're trying to picture how the van was, but if it's possible, later when you're editing this, we can post like for maybe 3 to 5 seconds, so the audience they can see what we're explaining.
Okay.
Yeah, they can have at least a picture.
Yeah.
Because it was really cool.
Oh, okay, so
Yeah.
I started to feel now embarrassed after the tour goes on and
It was like mommy picking up the kids.
oh yeah,
From Chandra.
every time if I enter CSU, I need to write like my name, the purpose of enter this campus, and I always choose parents pick up. So,
cool.
when we went to those schools,
Yeah.
kids, students, teachers, they really love our car, and we always get special pass.
Privilege,
Like,
yeah.
oh, stop! Don't go to the parking lot, and they want us
In front of the
drove
school.
to the center of the school or to drove into the class.
You know, I never
It's
really
so crazy, and then took
Yeah.
picture.
I never really think about this until now. Like the drawing, it play like a huge part. Before you give it like a full presentation on the like PPT and everything, the car itself, it have its own story. Like from the point you like talking to the guard in the front gate, like okay, we came here, we have a point. Like it's okay.
Yeah.
Guys, coming,
Yeah.
coming. This is a special treatment for you. And the teacher will not ask like twice. You know, this then
Yeah.
from Africa, the presentation, I know that's their car.
Save a lot of time, right?
Yeah.
The guard,
Like
You don't need to explain
explanation.
many things.
Yeah.
yeah, like oh okay. even some friends that we're going to meet on the tour, they
Yeah.
always know that oh they are here.
Mm.
Yeah.
VIP.
That was really cool idea. I give you credits for that, guys.
No, Sunny. She was the one who did everything.
That's credit.
For us, we just helped her to take out the
The paint.
yeah, we took out the paints, but we
when
didn't
I
paint
when I
anything.
travel, because when I travel in Tanzania, you guys were all in Taiwan, so I was there by myself, and I went to the Arusha Culture Center.
Yeah.
It's a huge center with a
Yeah.
lot of paintings, like sculpture, a lot of things, and I feel like our car should be there.
Like part of the museum, right?
Right?
Yeah.
It's glorious. It's glorious, right?
Exactly.
You know, that's a good point.
And then I told
That's it.
local people, the people work in the museum, the idea. I said, we actually have a car with painting,
Oh.
Africa painting, and touring around Taiwan to show your culture. I think this car should be here. And then it seems that guy don't like the idea.
Oh, really? I mean, okay, the way I understand the museum thing, it really makes sense because there's a lot of ridiculous, okay, I'm sorry, but there's a lot of ridiculous stuff in the museum. You
Yeah.
go there and then you find this socks was worn by someone who did this and this. So when you bring the idea of bringing the car with its painting and everything, and it does like visit more than 60 schools in Taiwan,
Yes.
speaking about environment, sustainable culture,
Tanzania.
It can add some more
Tanzania.
value, you know.
Yeah, it have more value than the socks worn by someone explorer. I don't know what. No,
So
that's
actually-
my point. Yeah.
Right,
Mm.
right. Also the culture center is very, I mean, like a lot of the painting style is very, very colorful. You know, very
It was giving the meaning what you are
energy.
doing.
So it's the same style to our event.
Yeah. Anyway, this project really make us very famous. Actually. Yeah.
Why?
I mean, sometimes we just visit Miaoli randomly on the streets,
yeah.
and some kids just greet us like, "Hi,
Oh,
we
yeah.
know you. You came to our
Yeah.
school." So
It's much more serious for you guys because they remember your
It's much easier to
your
respond.
appearance. and,
Yeah.
I think I shared this story with you. I don't know if I shared with you. What in my workplace, I met this one lady. I never know her, but she worked at that place before me, and then we came to visit her. And like, I know you, Nelson. I'm like, no, I don't know you. This is my first time seeing you. And like, no, I think I've seen you
Oh
somewhere.
my god.
I'm like, okay, what did I do wrong? What was the environment you see? And then she came to tell me, you remember the day we went to Pengu, in that house, that lady where we sleep in that house, the lady with the painting. I forgot her name.
Rowan.
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 Oh, right.
She knew Rowan, and Rowan posted her when we were like playing the drums, when we were writing the thing. And yeah, I saw like, okay, voice from Tanzania. This is one of your effect in my life right now.
Yeah.
Serious.
During
Yeah.
a tour, like because for example Miaoli, we share in many schools. Yeah, and the story that you mentioned, we were eating dinner in a restaurant, and the restaurant owner's children. It's like, hey, I listened to
Yeah.
your speech today. Yeah,
Actually, it also makes us to really expand our network. Like,
Yeah.
you know someone, and then someone knows someone, like friends of friends of friends of friends. Like, you happen to get in touch with so many people.
Yeah.
and there are so many teachers everywhere in all the schools.
Keep
They are
inviting
so
Yeah,
they're treating
enthusiastic.
us
Yeah.
so crazy.
Yeah.
There's a teacher, he was in hospital at the time.
Oh,
And
Teacher
then,
Josh.
Yeah.
yes, and then
China.
he told me like, oh, I have more, motivation to get recovered soon. I want to invite you guys to my school. I'm like,
Cool.
wow.
Yeah.
That's super cool.
That was one of the
Also-
touching
also
moments.
The craziest one, the first school in Miaoli. I remember that school, they prepare a huge exhibition.
Oh yeah.
Like they do a research
Yeah.
and everything.
Yeah.
They
And
prepare so
collect
many things.
books and many items together.
Yeah, and we get a great amount of gifts. And also
Yeah.
they already print you guys posters and
Yeah.
everything, and so like a bunch of books. Welcome superstar.
Yeah.
I think, okay, what I can also say is the teachers, like from all the schools that we happen to visit, we also like to visit, I think I also need to give credits to them, a lot of credits.
Yeah.
Because they were open when we share, like, okay, we came to do some presentation in the school, but so far, is there any chance you can accommodate us? Like, yes, please come.
Yeah.
Like, really?
Yeah.
Yes, please come. And then they prepare the dinner, they give us a
Yes.
room
Yeah.
and everything. Like,
Yeah.
okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Shishi.
One of the highlights of this project was
Yeah.
like zero expenditure. Most of the time, free food, free accommodation.
And still enjoying to the max,
Yeah.
like having fun.
And you get paid. But yeah, what
What can you ask for? Nah, like, okay, let's go, guys.
And a lot of teachers, they also prepare 2 rooms. I have my own room.
Like they consider, like, okay, you can, okay, yeah, those 2 boys, okay, and 1 director, okay.
Yeah.
I think I can do something for that.
We really got so many really good treats everywhere.
Souvenirs.
And also, okay, Sunny, you have a lot of connection. Sometimes you visit maybe a school in Chiai or in Ilan, and then it's like, after this school, you guys want to do something? Like, come on, Sunny. Okay, I have a friend, she wants to meet us. And then remember that friend we made in that hot spring, and I don't know, I forgot which side.
Oh, Wenli, right?
Yeah.
And then she prepared this food, like,
Oh yeah,
packaging, everything.
She paid.
Actually,
In
she was
Miaoli.
the teacher.
Yeah, the teacher.
She was the teacher?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that. She's like,
She's the one who paid for our hostel. Like,
Yes.
the
the
beautiful
one we stay.
Yeah,
The one
because-
with dolphin.
because she don't feel comfortable that we came to her house, so she paid for her hotel.
Yeah.
And
that
then
time.
she cooked breakfast and bring breakfast
To
to us
us.
to in the morning. It was really good
And
breakfast.
then we keep in touch. Then she invite us to
Later.
eat together.
But you
was
guys
great.
met her in in Kenya or in
Yeah.
Hong Kong.
Yeah,
We
also
met,
in
we
Hong
met her
Kong.
in Hong Kong.
Yeah.
And then I went to meet her in Kenya.
Yeah.
But that was like, that was
After,
later.
yeah.
We didn't know you're gonna meet her in the airport.
Yeah.
Like, oh, thank you for that treat and everything.
Yeah.
Also, we went to 人子一家 community. We
人子
went to 人子一家. Oh, you were not there?
In Nancy,
Oh.
we were there.
Can you explain what
I
we
think
did
you
there?
were there.
Yeah.
It's like a
No,
community.
wasn't there.
Really?
Wasn't there?
Wasn't there. Just
It's
me
a
and Brian.
community. It's a community on the mountain, and they cook together.
The one we go and clear that swamp.
Yeah.
The
No,
one
no,
like we go into the mud.
no, no, no,
Oh,
no,
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 not
no, no,
that.
no.
Okay, then I was not there.
Yeah.
I agree.
That
Well,
was the
we-
frog something.
Oh, that's Alibaba.
Yeah,
Alibaba.
Your memory is so straight.
Then we went to Chenchou, the children's house, the shelter.
Yeah, I remember the shelter.
Yeah, and to accompany those children. And also there are so many places.
So-
I remember there's a funny joke. So we stay every time we share in Yilan, we would stay in a backpacker's house of Jinx. Like our friend and traveler, and
Yeah.
he traveled in Africa a lot, so he always let us to stay in his backpacker house. And he has a really good friend, cousin always cousin always eat with him in the noodle shop there. And then after you guys visit for a few times, the noodle shop owner start to ask them like, where are those guys? Like where? Why,
We become
why-
part of the community.
Yeah, why they didn't come back? And then they look at the cousin and say, "It's your first day here."
Oh my
I think now Sunny says that now I miss that place already.
Yeah.
So, yes.
So cool.
Yeah, so the whole tour was amazing because we met new friends, new teacher, new students, and we share, and they share a lot to us. You know, they provide accommodation, food, everything, and sometimes they also travel with us, even visit some places. So it's a really great
It's like a blessing.
blessing. Yeah.
Also, this tour, I think it was also when you come and connect all the stuff we did, either during the school time or outside the school, it was more than presentation to students, because you go also to farm, we volunteer to some other, like the children, the kids,
So fast fun.
Yeah.
and
Also,
also
we went to the
Afro
community,
Islam.
Michael's community in what's that? Ilan, yeah.
and also we went to. I remember that I follow that Instagram page of that lady. She owned the coffee shop.
Oh.
Like it was small. They tried to arrange the stools, and then we present while sitting
The
down.
one in
Nana.
Town?
Nana.
Oh.
Yes, I follow that every time. She like
Yeah.
hosts a lot of events, so I follow that account.
Nielsen that day was like complaining like, why this coffee shop is in such a like residency area? It's all houses.
yeah, we
There's
were
no
lost.
business, and like why we are here? It's raining. It's a weird coffee shop. Who is doing business here?
Remember, it was raining too.
You're like complaining. I was like, shut up, Nielsen. This lady, she's cool, okay? And then we were like driving around a lot of houses, and at the end, she actually had a really cool coffee shop in a really
And then a coffee shop like
hidden-
over here, and
hidden
then
place.
just like few steps is a railway. So every
Yeah.
time the train
Yeah.
passes, you can eat.
Yeah, Nana is also really kind
Yeah,
to
that's
us.
great. That's great.
So actually, this tour allows me to meet a lot of people that I already know them, or we are actually sharing a lot on the internet, but we never meet in person. Yeah,
Wow.
it was
Yeah.
so many
Yeah.
people, and I think we share maybe like 40 or 50 school. Also, we went to Penghu.
Yeah.
We share we sing in a bar and in a school. Yeah. And
I think the impact is really huge. We have
Yeah.
reached, I don't know, thousands of
10,000
students. Yeah.
maybe.
More than that.
Yeah. And it's it's changing culture in really a lot of aspects.
Yeah.
Hang out with local people,
Yeah.
communities, coffee shop, bars, and
Mm.
a lot. Also, we do dance, cooking,
Exactly.
and music,
Exactly.
and
Yeah.
presentation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was cool.
I think it was also an opportunity to meet with so many like open-minded people, and some people they were just like, "Oh, we just want to come to listen to your presentation." They're free. They're interested to listen to us, so they would just randomly come to
Yeah.
listen to us.
Actually, a lot of teachers send me message like, "Oh, I really like your project, and I try to support in this way." So maybe they donate some money for our accommodation, and they would say, maybe I used to live in South Africa, or I actually work in Uganda before. So it's also something they want to do. They want more people to know
Exactly.
about Africa.
Exactly.
Or a lot of teachers, they will say, "Oh, I also really want that more Taiwanese students, they will know more about this world, not always like those big countries,
Yeah.
famous countries."
Yeah.
So it's nice that we connect with so many people that have same values that we
Yeah.
hold. Yeah.
I think most people they had this kind of empathy. Like some of them they have been travelers also for many years, or they've traveled to so many remote places. So they have met maybe our kind of people. They have been in different situations, and they feel like they want to give back. That they're looking for ways to give back, and they're also looking for ways to collaborate. Like the way Afanga Gallery collaborated with us. So yeah, it was really an interesting journey. We are really
Okay,
thankful.
so if everyone use a short sentence to sum up the tour for you, who want to go first?
Okay, I can go. Okay. For me, I can say the tour was such a great thing for me, and I think I will keep remembering the tour for like for my whole life, because first of all, it gives me the opportunity of meeting different kind of people, and then apart from that, I felt proud, to share about my country, Tanzania, and to share about Africa as well, because most of the students and many people in Taiwan, they don't have that much awareness about Africa. Yeah, so like letting them understanding about Africa, and then understanding like there is different countries in Africa. Africa is not a country. Africa is a continent. It's such a good thing, for them to know. And apart from that, because we were like sustainable development students, so we took that opportunity to share with them about climate change and what they can do so that they can solve the problem. Yeah, so for me, I was really happy to be a part of
The voice
tour.
from
Yeah, the
Tanzania.
voice from Tanzania. Thank you, Sunny. Thank you, Bright. Thank you, Nelson, for making everything to be possible, and also thanks God for protecting us
Yeah.
from the beginning up to the end of the tour.
Yeah, no
Yeah.
crisis.
No accident, no any problem.
Yes.
Yeah.
At the time, we were like a real family,
Yeah.
like a brother and sisters.
Yeah, it reached a moment whereby you're not on the road and you feel something is off. Like you're really used to being on the road. Anyways, I'm also really, I don't know, proud and thankful. I think those were the best moments, one of the highlights of my life probably. And yeah, one of the highlights also of my time here in Taiwan. The tour itself gave me a different perspective of the local people, a different perspective of how to see things, and it was part of my career development and also personal development. At the same time, a mix of like having fun and also just doing something different, and it really expanded my skills and knowledge set. So I think I really owe a lot of thanks to everyone as well here, and it was a wonderful collaboration and teamwork. Yeah.
For me, I think
From movie to real life.
Very nice. To struggling.
it was special. Like the whole thing, from the point I started to be part of it, it was special, and it gave me an opportunity, because at that time I've already been here into Taiwan for like 3 years and a half and a few months. But within that 2 months of the tour, I get to really know Taiwan culture through the local community, because the rest was like, okay, hi, ni hao, go to 7-Eleven, come back to school, go to the restaurant, come back to the dorm. So, but during the tour, you really get in touch to people, get in touch with the kids, they share, they ask questions. So they're like a really exchange with people like Taiwanese, so you get to know, oh, okay, this is good. So to describe the whole thing, the 2 months, I think for me it was colorful, because some moment made me like, if like, okay, Nelson, you can be yourself, it's okay, like the funny and everything. So yeah, can we do it again?
Yeah, actually,
I mean, yeah, we can do online,
again.
or we can go Tanzania and do the voice from Taiwan.
Yeah.
Reverse. Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, one thing that I mentioned before, I think we can tour in remote schools in Taiwan.
Oh.
That may be one option. But yeah,
Reach
so
to
my
the
turn.
people.
I also appreciate the tour a lot, because I always want to make more Taiwanese students to see the world, and to see this world is so huge, and you cannot even imagine in another country people live in that way. And I like Zhengudo, I like animal migration, and I used to host people from a lot of countries, but rarely to meet Africans. So for me, Africa is mysterious. So I appreciate the opportunity to learn about culture of Tanzania from you guys, and also to share to Taiwanese people. And you guys, most Africans are always really funny. So it's always really funny.
Yeah.
Most of the time, singing,
High energy.
and
Yeah.
singing, dancing, and make jokes. Yeah. So it's a kind of accomplishment in my life, and I'm really happy and grateful for everybody. Yeah. So I think later we will sing.
Yeah.
We should sing, but I think before we sing, maybe share a little bit more about what your degree currently, or what you are doing recently.
Okay, I can go first.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Before I say what I'm doing, this is some connection. Our previous topic and this time topic. I remember one day when I was looking for the topic for my thesis. Now I'm doing masters in agricultural economy in NTU, and this is my second year. So when I was my first year, and then I met my professor, I told him about the tour I did.
Wow.
Just from the conversation.
Wow.
Like, I like to know you. Like, okay, I did this. So you see the way I picked the best moments in my life. So I picked the tour. And like, we did this and this, me and my friend. This is our Instagram page.
Show
And then
the professor, hey, you know who I am.
and then he went back, and then like, I think he surfed through the Instagram page and then come back. Do you think of connecting your thesis with what you did with the tour?
Like doing a tour again.
Yeah. So he asked me.
Wow.
So serious.
Which part related to agriculture economy?
I first found.
And then he asked me one question.
Very
Did
fun.
you guys happen to, like, after every visit to each of the school, like, happen to give them some questionnaires, like to collect, like, their thoughts, or what did they learn, or some kind, like, anything, like, just questionnaires? I'm like, no, we didn't. And then he asked me, is there any chance that you can send the questionnaire now? You still have the contacts with the teachers? But by that time, I already, like, opt to do something different. But if it wasn't that, I would be doing my thesis
On that
like
direction.
Yeah. So
Wow.
yes. So right now, I think I'm gonna add one more semester to my master degree, because come to happen, the data, I was doing my research, and my location, how to say that word for the research? Like my site, my sample study area was Tanzania, and then there was this guy I was trusting to help me to access the data, and then he didn't come up. So
You don't want to do an essay about your belt business? Safe belt?
Oh.
So funny.
that is still there. It's still there.
Okay, you should tell people what is that.
Just more like engineering,
Oh, yeah, okay.
design, yeah.
Okay. About the belt thing, we just sharing. It was driving, you remember,
Yeah.
and then it came to my mind. People, like, there's a seat belt on cars, there's a seat belt on aeroplane, but why there's no seat belt on trains? And right now we have even bullet train, which, like, travel even faster than cars.
In high-speed rail.
Yeah, and the high-speed rail here in Taiwan. And we're like, why? So it really make us to think, like, what's the reason behind? Or maybe from that point of view, we can come up with a business idea of, having, like, portable seat belts, but, for your safety when you're in train, because they don't provide a seat belt, so you give your own self-portable seat belt.
Yeah, that's his business.
That's business. That's my business idea.
Yeah.
So just like that. So yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. So I'll still be a master's student in NTU for the next semester, which will be ending in February next year. Yeah. So hopefully this time the data will come through, and I will be finishing my thesis.
So do you have a clear idea about after graduation? Do you have a goal or something?
Yeah, for every student, we hope to have, like, a career, like, be employed just right away after we graduate. That's really what we wish. But sometimes it doesn't end the way we wish. But for me, I'm more of open, like, depending on what kind of opportunity will be presented to me at that time. So either it will be connected to what I am studying right now, or something else where I'll be open to learn, and have, like, a new skills and everything. I'll be okay. Like, also now I'm trying also to search for internship ideas, where for the next semester, because I won't have any kind of class, so it will be only me and my research. So my other time I can dedicate on my internship. Yeah, so to have the skills, hands on the job and everything. Yeah.
Yeah, well, for me, I've been doing still sustainability, but I've more moved into the direction of climate change. So yeah, a lot of data work and simulation and modeling and all that. But my original interest was more into into life sciences, and I was researching about insects actually before, but things didn't really work out so well. Yeah, the research, and also with my professor and stuff. But later on, I moved into another kind of direction, and I'm more into remote sensing and just taking information and analyzing, and yeah. So yeah, I'm doing satellite works and into Tanzania again. Yeah, so my research area is still back in Tanzania, because my professor said Yeah, in Taiwan, yes, we can do, but you know, this it's already saturated. There's so many studies, so maybe try to do something new, which I think from my own country can be better.
Yeah.
So yeah, I cannot say that things are working completely okay, but
So
yeah,
far,
so far so good, and I'm hoping to graduate this semester actually. Yeah, and yeah, I officially my graduation already happened a few days ago, but yeah, I'm still on the working process to finish things up and actually get my certificate. Yeah, so yeah, that will be it. And I think I'm really thankful also. I went back to Tanzania. I saw some direction, some people, and then now I'm planning to relocate back to Tanzania actually. So I didn't really have a concrete direction yet, but I do have some leads here and
Yeah.
there, and I'm hoping to land into a job maybe. I want to work for some time, then maybe be able to start my own thing in the future. So, yeah, I will see how things go through. Yeah.
Cool.
Mhm.
Okay, Michael.
Oh yeah. So for my side, yeah, I mean after graduating from Changong and then finishing the voice from Tanzania, I also decided to do my masters, and my masters is about green technology and sustainability. So we are more focusing into like calculating carbon footprints for like companies and for some like maybe schools, hospital. Yeah, so we kind of like working with data as well, like Excel files and everything. Yeah, dealing with formulas. Yeah, and I'm very happy, getting into this program because I came to learn about so many things. And apart from that, I'm happy to get an idea of opening the NGO,
Yeah.
which is called Sustainable Living Eco Hub. And the main objective of having that NGO is to help young people in Tanzania, so they can try like to access the opportunities of learning about climate change, sustainability, and also we want to put much focus into technology because most of young people they don't have enough awareness and enough knowledge about technology. And like for this generation we're getting into AI era, technology era. So almost everything will require them to know how to use technology. Yeah, so I'm hoping to reach somewhere some days. And yeah, so that's for the NGO, and we're looking forward to build a center in Tanzania whereby people will get a chance of going there and learn different things. Yeah, that's all.
Nice.
I think Eco Hub is great.
Okay, nice that you guys are already almost finished master degree.
Yeah.
I mean, getting to next step, right? Okay, so happy for you guys. Yeah, today actually we don't have much time to talk about your culture because I think people might be interested too. But maybe they can find some the voice from Tanzania,
Oh yeah.
like a video on the YouTube.
I mean, we can do like this can be part one, and
Yeah,
then
they can invite, we can go.
Actually, from all the invitations and stuff, there's a lot of information if you
Yeah.
search the voice from Tanzania. So.
Yeah.
Also, we have a web page actually. We have lots of things, so you can see. Yeah.
Okay, so we are going to. I mean, this is the almost the end of this podcast. So let's sing song together. Okay.
Okay.
So the first song is on Sunday Taiwan
yeah,
or Jumbo.
Asante
Okay.
Taiwan.
yeah.
Okay.
We have the composer here.
Original composer.
Sure. But what is this?
All right. So actually, the name of this song is called Asante Taiwan, which means thank you Taiwan. And we wrote this song after staying in Taiwan for like some couple of years. And then we came to figure out that Taiwan is a very good country with good people. So maybe we can write this song to, to express our gratitude and our thanks to Taiwanese people. Yeah, and maybe I can give a little bit, like explanation about the lyrics and about the song in general.
Okay, we should mention in Tanzania their native language is Swahili.
Oh yeah.
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 And also official language, English is also official language. So you guys speak English. But this song is in Swahili.
Yeah.
In Swahili, if you want to say thank you, it's asante.
Asante. Yeah, so we said we love Taiwan because Taiwan is a good country with good people. And then thank you, Taiwan. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Because in Tanzania, in Swahili, nakupenda means I love you.
Yes.
And asante means thank you.
Yes.
So once we sing this song, and someone say, "Oh, that song about Sunday Foodpanda is so good," but it's not Sunday Foodpanda. It's asante and nakupenda.
yeah.
Okay.
Sunday food panda. That's what they hear.
Okay, welcome guys to listen to our song. Nakupenda Tanzania nchi yangu, nakupenda Taiwan ni rafiki yangu. Nakupenda Tanzania nchi yangu, nakupenda Taiwan ni rafiki yangu. Yele yele Taiwan nchi nzuri yenye watu wakupendeza. Taiwan ni nchi nzuri yenye watu wakupendeza. Taiwan ni nchi nzuri yenye watu wakupendeza. Taiwan ni nchi nzuri yenye watu wakupendeza. Asante Taiwan, Taiwan, asante Taiwan, Taiwan, asante Taiwan, Taiwan, asante Taiwan. Penda Taiwan, Taiwan, penda Taiwan, penda Taiwan, penda Taiwan. Yele yele, yele yele, yele yele, yele yele, yele yele, Taiwan ni nchi nzuri yenye watu wakupendeza. Nasema Taiwan ni nchi nzuri yenye watu wakupendeza. Asante Taiwan, shishe Taiwan.
Asante na karibu.
Kanshe.
Kache.
Yeah.
Kamsha.
This actually reminds me on the radio.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, almost the same setting.
Yeah.
We were invited to a radio in
Yeah.
Kaohsiung.高雄教育广播电台。
Yeah.
Yes.
Almost song.
One more song?
Uncle.
Okay.
This usually happens in school.
So now it's like we're inviting you guys coming to Tanzania. And then the name of this song is called Jambo.
Jambo.
Yeah, it's kind of like the invitation to everyone coming to visit Tanzania because Tanzania is a very peaceful country. It's a very beautiful country, and you're gonna have so much fun in there.
I think you should teach people what is Hakuna Matata.
Ah, okay, very good. So this song is also a Swahili song, and there is different, words, including Hakuna Matata.
Yeah.
Hakuna Matata is a Swahili word which means no problem,
No worries.
no worries, mewenti, poyaukin. Yeah, so
So the song means that once you come to Tanzania, everything will be Hakuna Matata.
yeah, everything will be Hakuna Matata,
Yeah.
no rush,
No
like
rush.
pole pole.
And Jumbo is the way people say
Hello.
hello.
Yes,
Hello.
Jumbo is like
Jumbo.
our greeting.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah. Okay.
Alright, so
Actually, it's real. When I travel in Tanzania, everyone sings this
Jambo.
song.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah.
And they were surprised you already know it.
Yeah, they're like, what?
So
Yeah.
cool.
So Sunny, can it be a witness or like
Yeah.
when you go to Tanzania?
This is a real welcoming
Because
song.
I asked local people those questions like which tribe that you're from, and like well, because most tourists they don't know about tribes, about all these
Yeah,
details.
yeah.
But you know that
Yeah.
So they're shocked. You research a lot.
Even I think some Maasai, they might be fake Maasai, but they realize I know a lot about Maasai.
You know, they reached a point in this trip whereby Sunny could memorize like everything. Even
Yeah, like
we didn't speak yet.
PowerPoint.
Yeah, in the translation part, she already mentioned everything ahead of us. So. At some point, you said that you can even present in your dreams.
What?
You can even present like, you
Some wake you up.
and
Yeah.
Oh, you
Slide
mean
number 10. Okay, slide number 10 is about animals.
during the tour, it was so tiring, and I have to translate for like an hour
Yeah.
sometimes. I was almost slept. It's like I miss out the sentence, but I can continue.
Jumbo.
Alright, Jumbo. So welcome guys to listen to our song. Jambo, Jambo bwana, habari gani? Nzuri sana. Wageni wakaribishwa Kilimanjaro, hakuna matata. Sema jambo, jambo, jambo bwana, habari gani? Nzuri sana. Wageni wakaribishwa Kilimanjaro, hakuna matata. Sema tena jambo, jambo, jambo bwana, habari gani? Habari gani bwana? Nzuri sana. Wageni wakaribishwa Kilimanjaro, hakuna matata. Tembea pole pole, hakuna matata. Wewe utafika salama, hakuna matata. Na tena kuna maji mengi, hakuna matata. Tanzania ni nchi nzuri, hakuna matata. Hakuna matata. Hakuna matata. Wageni wote karibuni. Hakuna matata. Twende tukawaone simba. Hakuna matata. Twende tukawaone sala. Hakuna matata. Tanzania yawakaribisha. Hakuna matata. Johnny. Hakuna matata. Wote. Hakuna matata. Tanzania. Hakuna matata. Ya wajali wote. Hakuna matata. Hakuna matata. Tanzania.
Hakuna matata. Yay! Karibu Tanzania.
Yeah, wote mnakaribishwa.
Now,
Sunny,
can we sing Lion King?
This is Sunny. She likes music.
Actually, I really enjoy.
Okay.
Lion King?
Huh?
You like Lion King?
What?
Okay. You need to pay more money.
Yeah, you guys are always like this. And that's why I try to
so much.
Okay,
Yeah.
so yeah,
And
you
the
always
jungle.
feel the voice. You
Yeah.
guys, the voice is so powerful.
We bring back the life.
Life, yeah. Music is life.
You
Yeah.
feel like the greatest land is in front of you. Okay, so thank you guys for coming
Thank you so much, Sunny.
for this episode.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's
I
like a
appreciate it.
reunion.
Reunion.
Yeah. So, anything else you want to share?
Nothing really. But maybe I can just invite you guys. Tomorrow is my graduation.
Yeah. Official graduation ceremony day. Yeah.
Michael, in every school, Michael always say, if you come to Arusha, my city, give me a call. You know, I will give you
Free tour, like
free tour. I'll give you barbecue.
But they haven't called me, so I'm still
okay.
waiting.
It's okay. Remember,
Sorry, I am in Taiwan.
the people you say that to, they were in high school, so
Yeah.
I think they put a note.
Oh, okay.
They're
Okay.
saving some more money.
They
And now
have-
you have Eco Hub, we have the voice from Tanzania, you've got Asante Taiwan.
Yeah.
So many
There's
things.
so many to
More and
access
more,
you.
yeah.
So don't
Oh,
worry.
yeah. Amazing. Good things are coming.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think my last words would be like, I just wish all the best for everyone, and I hope Taimei Library will also keep growing and keep shining. Yeah.
Thank you.
And everybody out there in the world can live in peace and harmony, because now it's crazy and
Yeah.
chaotic. Yeah. So yeah, hope for the best.
Yeah.
And we'll see each other.
I think, for the Taimei Library, especially Director Sunny.
Now she's the CEO. Come on.
Okay.
The CEO of the library.
Yeah, should we update? Okay, let's do CEO slash director. Sometimes there are like two things which are supposed to meet, and they just got one problem. There's nothing to connect them. And in many cases, especially here in Taiwan, Taimei Library, through you, Sunny, director slash CEO, you are that part. you know.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I mean, yes, you give us a lot of story. Like some people are coming and then they're looking for something. Like, okay, come here. Like, what do you want? I want this ABC. We're like, okay, do you have ABC? Yes, I have. Okay, come here. Okay, you two discuss, finish your business. So in most cases, people are missing that, especially when you're not in your country. Like you're foreigner in some country, and there's not a lot of Sunny in other countries. So we are lucky we have you here. You connect us to many people and many like staff, and not only us. I think most people come forward and witness to this, and I believe more people will come, which now they don't know they'll come to Taiwan. They don't know they'll meet you, son, but they will,
Oh my god.
and they will. I'm telling you.
Okay. Wow.
So, healthy to Taimei Library, healthy to you. Keep it strong, and
Yeah, I think the Voice from Tanzania project, we are like helping each other. Yes. Thank you, Nielsen.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
And maybe I can speak something as well. Like this whole thing, like this whole project, it just came as an idea. So I just want to maybe sharing this to the audiences that for any idea that you have, you don't have to like ignore it. If you feel like you can do something, like you can do that idea, you can just put it into actions, and then maybe it might sound a little bit maybe scary or something like that, but just try to start.
Yeah. You never know until
You never know until you do it. Yeah. So after you start doing it, and then the doors will be open and everything will be fine. Yeah. And then thanks Sunny for for creating this good environment in Taimei Library, because Taimei is almost like very far from the city, but you're kind of like busy inviting different kind of people, and then even the local people here in Taimei, through you, they get an opportunity of seeing foreigners and being able to maybe talk to them. Yeah, so that is a very good job that you've been doing for some time now.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And I wish you guys can, continue your life and have more and more abundant and more blessings.
money.
yeah, money, whatever,
Yeah.
and have a happy life,
Yeah.
meaningful life.
Thank
Okay.
you so much.
Okay, thank you guys, and I think
Thank
we're
you.
going to stop here. Okay, thank
Okay.
you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye bye.